Today is April Fool's Day, a time where you got to be extra careful, be on the lookout for all the jokes and the hoaxes and the pranks. But you can believe that when you see us right here in the DelmarvaLife kitchen with Big 1077 Steve Monz, no doubt something delicious in store.
He ain't joking. What are we making today?
Today, basil lemon shrimp orzo.
That just sounds amazing.
It is awesome. It's a regular in our house. It's a recipe that I didn't create. My good friend Julie passed it on to me, and it's become a regular.
Okay.
We have this constantly in our house. So, shall we get started?
Let's get started.
All right. So basically, for those who don't know what orzo is,
I was going to ask.
My son asked me this morning. He said, "What's orzo?" It's basically pasta that looks like rice.
Oh,
okay, fair
Really
enough.
what it comes down to. So you can see it kind of
Yeah.
has that rice look. So we're going to put that in. That's the base, really, of what we're making today, and since it's in the name. And then,
Gotta have it in there.
Jim, if you want to grab our next big ingredient, which is the shrimp.
The shrimp.
Now, is this shrimp, that's cooked, right?
No, it's not,
It's
actually.
not.
It's
Oh.
actually raw shrimp.
Okay.
It'll cook in everything, which is
Okay.
really great because it's where all the flavors kind of sink in. So you want to make sure you're getting fresh shrimp if you can. You can use frozen and thawed, but this way it works out, the best in there.
Okay.
So we mix that all up and get started. And then, Lisa, the other main ingredient are the tomatoes.
Okay.
Now you can use any kind of tomatoes that you have. I like to use these, which are called grape tomatoes.
Right.
And just cut them in half.
Oh, okay,
And
that's easy
basically
enough.
it. It's very
Yeah.
simple. So you cut them in half, and then those will wind up going in here. And those are our three main ingredients, really, for the dish. But it's all the seasonings that come later.
along with
that
that.
add the magic.
This
So you
is-
can dump that right in if you want. And
Okay.
then what's great about this dish is there is some prep work involved beforehand. But as far as making it, you're looking at it. It's just going right into the bowl.
Yeah.
And so me, I like things to be simple.
Oh,
I
yeah, me
keep
too.
things simple in the kitchen.
Or you could have it already, the night before.
Right, which is kind of what I did. I prepared a lot of this stuff knowing it would be easier to do it this way. So now, Jimmy, I'm going to put you to work a little bit.
Okay.
And our next ingredient is the feta cheese.
Feta cheese.
We're going with a half
Love
cup.
me some good feta.
I
If
do
you
too.
like more cheese, you can put in a little bit more than that.
Right.
And all of the amounts for all these ingredients will be on the website too. So next up, we have garlic, which is minced, pre-minced. Now I know the real chefs are kind of cringing, going, "Why isn't he mincing his own garlic?" But again, it's all about convenience.
It's
and
all about
savory.
convenience.
Yep.
Yep.
So that is the pre-minced garlic.
Is this enough?
Well, again, to taste, you could do more. This is actually like about 2 cloves.
Okay,
And you can do 2 to 3 depending on how strong you like your garlic,
Okay. Now you're talking my language.
which is simple.
Right.
And then the next ingredient is you want to try and get some fresh basil. I cut this up beforehand, but it's about a 1/4 cup of fresh basil.
Okay.
And again, these are all to taste. If your family loves basil, put more in.
Have at it. Go with
It
it.
all depends, but these are kind of what I've seen to be a good ratio.
Okay.
All right.
Now, a couple of secret ingredients is the lemon. Now, we do have lemon juice, and that obviously is obvious
Right.
to go in. But the lemon rind is what really gives you that
Lemon
kick.
rind.
We've used them once before. I don't know if you can see that.
We used
but
it in a dessert.
the Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts,
Right.
yes.
It gives it just a little bit of a zing. It gives a little bit more of a lemon zing in there. So that
Okay,
goes in.
right,
You can
yeah.
stir that up.
Stir it up. I like to stir things up. Probably not talking the same thing here.
And then basically what you're going to do is once this is all, we're going to put in a couple more ingredients, but preheat the oven to 450. Very warm, and it goes in for about 25 minutes.
That's
and
not long.
That's it. So a real simple dish, and again, it's really just the prep work that takes a little bit more of the time. A couple more things to add in while you're doing that. I'll throw in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
Put that in. 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. That goes in. And then 2 teaspoons of olive oil.
Olive oil.
Stick that in
Okay.
there, gives it a little bit more of a liquid in there. And then the final thing that I have, and this is optional, you don't have to use this, but if you have a little bit of white wine around the house, I find that the white wine just goes really well, especially with the shrimp.
I bet.
So if you want, if that's an option you'd like, we can pour that in there, or you can just drink that right out of a glass. If that's,
Or you could pour 2 portions, one for
Oh,
the...
yeah, I was going to. Little for you, little for me. All right.
and so you take this and you'll put this in a baking dish, preferably with a lid on top. If you don't have a glass lid, you can put aluminum foil.
Okay.
And 450 degrees for 25 minutes, and you are finished.
All right, well, let's get this in the oven, and then we can get it out of the oven and
do that
Sample
tasting
a
part.
little.
sample. Yeah, and maybe have a little celebration. We'll tell you why when DelmarvaLife comes back. A handful of simple ingredients got mixed together and suddenly you've got a delicious dinner ready to serve. I am not fooling you on this April Fool's Day. That was the game plan. Big 1077 Steve Monz brought into the DelmarvaLife kitchen with his Lemon Shrimp Orzo. And we might not be baking a cake today, but we do want to wish you a very happy birthday.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
That's terrific.
Were you really born on April Fool's Day?
As far as I know, unless it's a joke that my mom is going to reveal someday, but yeah, April Fool's Day.
It's a rather extended joke by now, isn't it?
Yes. She's waiting for the punchline.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, happy birthday.
Well, thank you. Thank you
Any
very
plans for your birthday?
Not really. Kind of
Just
down low.
Down low.
Maybe
Sometimes those are the best.
Have a nice
birthdays.
dinner with my wife, so that's the plan.
Nice.
Excellent. Wonderful.
But not before
We eat.
get to eat
Right.
this.
Right. Out of the oven.
Took it out of the oven.
Is our finished product. Oh, and I forgot. I forgot about
There's more?
a secret ingredient.
There's another
You
secret
need to
ingredient?
Keep it to yourself, though.
No.
Are you kidding me?
No. Now this is April Fool's.
What you beat me to it. April Fools, don't put chocolate syrup on your Orzo. I was wondering how close I was going to get to pouring it on before somebody
I was
stopped
going
me.
with it.
Really?
I'm way
I
too
ruined it.
trusting.
Everyone's
Gee
too
whiz.
aware of April Fool's.
Yeah.
So this is the finished product minus the chocolate syrup. Don't put
Okay.
that on there, unless, of course, that's something that you want to do.
You know,
To each his own.
It could happen.
It's the beautiful thing about in the kitchen. You can kind of create whatever you enjoy.
whatever tastes best for
So
you.
I'm curious to see what you guys think.
Okay. Thank you.
So remind us again of everything you put in. Tomatoes, shrimp.
It's the Orzo,
Orzo.
it's the shrimp, basil, lemon, a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, and don't forget the garlic. And,
Wow.
it all goes into the oven for really 25 minutes is all it takes until your shrimp are done. Really just make sure the shrimp are finished when you pull it out. But other than that,
And we're going to have the recipe on our website. We're also going to have it on our Facebook page after the show, so you can make it at home. Now, speaking of recipes, I understand you have another project in the works.
I do, and it was an idea that actually came from. Do you remember when we made monkey bread?
Yeah.
Violet Hinnens of Georgetown sent me a letter, and she had a family recipe that was very similar. And she shared it with me, and she shared a story about how when her mom passed away, all of the family and friends were looking for mom's recipes. So she took it upon herself and she created Mom's Cookbook.
Oh, wow.
And a seed got planted, and I thought, why don't I take the recipes that we've made on Delmarva Life, make a cookbook, and sell it to benefit Special Olympics?
That's a great idea.
Great
So
idea.
that's the plan. The book is actually in the works of compiling the recipes, and it'll be recipes, stories, and some pictures. And then we're going to probably have that out sometime this fall to raise money for the plunge. So
I like that.
yeah.
Wow.
It's awesome. You
You're
are always
amazing.
thinking.
An award-winning chef, a birthday boy, soon to be an author, and tomfoolery.
There we go. Tomfoolery wherever you go. And just be aware, it's still April Fool's Day until the end of the night. So
Oh boy.
don't get fooled.
No, don't. Steve, thank you so much.
Oh, you're
for
welcome.
coming in
You're welcome.
and making this. I want to extend it so we can just keep eating and eating and eating. Stick around. DelmarvaLife will be right back.